that we made an all-time high yesterday.
I know that, and I mean it's just hard for me to go buy pocket puts without us closing below 69.02. I couldn't have. That would be fear to me to get in at 69.0. At 16. What are we at? 69. What? 69.
69.32 right now.
Yeah, it'd be hard for me to get in at 69.932, knowing about others. Okay.
Right. So, guys, this is a train trade session Monday through Friday in the month of January at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Kevin just posted something in there about he made some great money on SLV. Yeah, I bought some SLV, and I'm doing it again today. In fact, me and Carol, we got a major position going on in SLV and all. So that's what we're trying to do, you know.
All right, and let's see if we can get that comment from Kevin.
Neil, I'm not playing AGQ anymore. Uh, I'd rather play SLV and control my risk that way. Okay. All right. What we got? Slides?
Yeah. So reminder that on Friday, Jeffrey Hirsch will be joining us. Special guest this Friday for Train and Trade.
On here, huh?
Yeah, especially the way the market's developing, because this is something I'd love to pick his brain on, because statistical patterns are very heavy in what we do, but the anomalies of some of this news, like how does that affect things? I'd love to pick his brain on that.
Right.
So reminder that all trades in Train and Trade are tracked through T-Buzz Talk and Trade, which you can go to at dtitrader.com/TNT. January FTD stocks. Let's see if Jonathan posted these up. Well, we got a 9:45 a.m. Eastern time. That kind of gives you a sense of where the market was. It's actually dropped a little bit since then, but you can see the ES, NQ, and YM backing off of the long area as we drop back below the FTD high, the first 3 days high, 69.9150, and we are below all those three big numbers. And as you go down and look at, we had some stocks that were still up, Tom, but that FTD high, whether it be in the S&P or in any other market, probably I got to think it's almost resistance in this market. You mentioned the 69.02 open of the year. We're still above that. That's great, but we want to see the market get back above those FTD highs.
Yeah. Let's just focus on SLV because I think people are afraid to buy silver because they see it up so high. If you look at silver, let's just look at it for the day, not the fact that it's way long. And I've been telling you to buy it since 52. You're a little late to the party, but that's okay. Party's still going on. But SLV opened December or had a December high of 71. Now we're at 83. It's about since December over that. January opened at 67.30. The current price is 82. If you look at today's opening, this is your first sign. Today's open on SLV is 83.25, and so if it opens 83.25, what are you going to do? Well, I would wait till this afternoon when today's open has less effect after RB4. If I wasn't in silver and I got a positive RB4 bar this afternoon, I'd do some options on it. Okay. Now, that's what I would do. I'd keep my eye on the general market itself because the general market, I would believe, as long as it stays, it's negative. There's no doubt about it. It broke down, but it's not. Is it really negative when you stand back and think, as Chuck said, we made a new all-time high yesterday? Gold's not a bad play either. I'll probably do some gold plays later on this afternoon. Just saying. Right now, as I always tell people, patience will pay. But I've got the roadmap to help me. And this is what I was, people don't realize just how valuable it is to put things in perspective. Put the roadmap. There's four compass patterns.
So let's talk about that roadmap, the compass patterns. We've been talking about bar patterns and how things go, but this is pretty much the quintessential look. So buy signal, first bar moves into the buy zone, called the penetration bar, and then you have the confirmation following that, and we see if it continues, and it does in this particular example here. I think this is kind of an old chart, but still gives you an idea of what's going on there. Moves into the buy zone and keeps going higher. That's the buy signal. So let's see. You got anything else to add on that, Tom?
Well, I would tell people to put a ticker in there, and we'll go live in a little bit, but put a ticker in there and analyze it. And what you need to know, when is that going to change on a 30-minute bar? It's going to change it in 15 minutes when we get Genesis open. So I think we ought to go live then once we get there and just go and analyze some current markets at
Yeah,
live.
definitely. So in addition to the buy signal, you've got a buy failure, right?
Now that
Which
happens a lot in a bear market. In a bull market, it's still a valid signal because it will go usually down to the target when it has a buy failure.
mhm. Sell signal, that's kind of what we saw earlier today with reference bar three being a penetration bar and then the follow through on that. And in fact, I think we made it down below the target. We'll take a look at the roadmap software in just a
Yeah,
minute here.
definitely do that.
Yep. And then sell failure is when the market goes into the sell zone but does not confirm the move and goes out the other side. You get a
Yeah, and the
big
thing you
upward
got to
movement on that.
remember, the penetration bar or the bar that goes in either the buy area or the sell area, the opposite of that is where that sell failure or buy failure come into play. And you can see right there, that was a reference bar that went into a sell, and then eventually it went higher than that number that had went into the sell area, and that's where it turned.
Right. And then bonus insight, learn the double pass rule.
Yeah,
So,
for example, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday we went up to 70.35 and we never went higher than 70.35 during the day. The market spent yesterday trying to just stay neutral. Blow that up and they can see it, and we'll maybe go back and look at yesterday and I'll show them what I'm talking about.
right. So here is an S&P chart. We're on the daily, but let's flip over to the intraday. And first things first, RB3 goes into the sell zone.
No, Chuck, don't start there. Start with the high. Does everybody see the high up there on RB3? Everybody see that high? Tell me you see it. When it broke the low of RB3, then I knew we had a failure there on RB3, and you see it went into the sell area and confirmed a sell target down there at the target. Does everybody see that? I want you to see it because I don't know how anybody can trade without this software. And what I'm trying to do is show you the simplest form for positioning your trades through the four patterns. All right, let's throw a few stocks in there and take a look at it. I know we're going to reset at 11:30, but put Walmart in there.
All right. Take a look at Walmart.
Okay, let's look at Walmart. Walmart penetrated and did not make a new high. Does everybody see how it broke the low there on Walmart? Does everybody see that? Thanks, Peg, for saying that. Okay. All right, put IBM in there. IBM. Now look, this is a very interesting one. It went up, stalled, but it's at midpoint of IBM. IBM, that's not a failure pattern on it. No, it's not. What that's telling you is that there's still, we need to get Genesis out of there.
Over here?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, IBM kind of interesting. I think that speaks to the uncertainty that we were looking at this morning. Very wide RB3.
Okay, now let's put silver in there. A different world.
You want to do SLV or you want to
Yeah,
do silver futures?
SLV.
Okay.
Look at silver up there, that penetration bar on SLV. What's that high there, Chuck?
The high of RB3, 83.38.
Folks, if it goes to 83.38 anytime today, I will do a 3 wide out to probably February the 20th. David is asking, why is that not a failure on IBM? Well, Dave, let's go back to IBM. I want you to get this. Type IBM in there.
All right.
Notice IBM made its low first and we ended up at its high. That's why it's not a failure.
Well, the other thing is that red bar right there actually traded above the reference bar high. So you had indecision coming out.
Yeah. It actually opened there. But anyway, that's not a failure. Now, if IBM breaks that low, that's a failure. But guess what? 11:30, we start the game again for analysis. Okay. A 3 wide spread, Michael, is where you pick a strike price and sell an option. You buy that strike price and sell a spread $3 higher. That's a 3 wide spread. Mark, the trigger is where you take action, or Mike, the trigger is where you take action on a stop. Stop. No. Go back to SLV.
Yeah, we're looking at SLV right now.
That is not a number one, it's not a sell signal, and number two, it's not a short failure either. SLV's 83.30, guys. It's almost about ready to break out. I'm gonna do a trade if it goes above that high after Genesis. Anybody want to make a couple $1,000? That's what I'm gonna do. Hang in here. Laura says she's been listening to me and actually making money. Maybe you ought to listen to Laura. All right, what else y'all want to know about the roadmap? There's a lot of other things about the roadmap, but the basic thing that puts the value on the roadmap is the positioning of the buy zones and sell zones. Nobody has this. We've got it. All right, put SIB, put silver in there. SIH, that's the silver futures. SIH, 26, Chuck.
Right. I think I've got to use the mini. I think that's SI.
You can put SIH or SIL. SIL.
Yeah, that's it. SIL. Thank you. SIL H26 for the mini.
Does that look like a market that's going down, Jim? Jim's been trading 35 years. I'm buying more. I promise you I'm buying more if silver takes out. I'll wait to after Genesis because I got right now my account's fully loaded, but I'm going to add to it. Look at all the trades I've done for you. Think about that. With the roadmap software, you can trade anything, you can do short term, you can do long term, you can do anything you want to do. My criteria is, can I make money? Morris, how many years you been with it? All right, Chuck, do we have any other slides or are we going to play something and see if they want to join us on the roadmap?
I think, let's see, as far as our slides go, roadmap 1 year access, complete package for full year.
Hold on. Before you get there, Chuck, let me answer Cheryl's question. Last week, it was stated that Tom would tell us more information on SLV going up today. No, that's not what I said, Cheryl. I said last night was when it was going to go up, and it's been going up all night long. Got to learn to listen. I trade in the evening. I trade in the morning. I'm going to get in where it's supposed, but I'm still buying it this morning. That's what I said. I was 100% correct. Let's give me 150% correct because I called the time and the hour. All right, that's all we're gonna look at. I'll be back for live trading, but let's talk about, go back, Chuck.
Yep.
The 1 year access, $9.97. Get on board. DTItrader.com/roadmap. Call 904-706-3532. So I get the roadmap and be a winner as early as tomorrow because you'll be set up with Tom Simple. That's a program I designed to help all the new people. All right, Chuck, you got something to play?
Yes, sir, we do. I'll get that up and running in just a moment.
Thanks, folks. I'll see everybody at live trading. If you want to join live trading, they'll throw a link in there for you. I don't have it. Thanks, Chuck.
All right. Thank you, Tom. All right. And guys, we'll get that video up and running. Let's see. We've always got updates coming for roadmap. So it's just a matter of getting all that stuff out there, but they come out constantly.
Go when the market kicks off. Now, what we're about to show you, okay, is probably not typical. We make no future earnings claims and you may lose money. What we did, we took and tried to show you how to have an edge every day. The indicator and success of this indicator is based on the skill of you, okay? The skill of you. Is my mic okay for everybody? Frank's having a little trouble hearing me. Might be you, Frank. Everybody saying it's okay. Now, in trading, there will be losers. No black box miracle system that prints out winning trades automatically. The whole purpose of what we do is to give you an edge in the market. Now, if you can't handle a losing trade, should be trading real money. Again, losses of trading have occurred and will occur in the future. Today, I'll show you how to simplify the art of trading. You know, I always talk about the art of trading. What if you could boil down the answer to the question, long, short, or out, buy the reference bars in that 24-hour market and be right to find those trades. I showed people today how it worked. I showed them with gold. I showed them with crude. And then I did a longer term trade with the spot. And I showed everybody that today in the last hour. And people's eyes were widely open by showing the secret weapon we have. Okay? We're going to simplify the order. How many people here? Now you tell me before I go further. I want to know. I want everybody to answer. I got a lot of people here. I want everybody to answer. This would really help me out. If I could show you how to be accurate on the get-go, meaning when you put the trade on, do you think you might make money? Say yes. If you think, if I can show you something I put together that will help you. Look at all these yeses. Because what it's going to do is get you off at the right time that you go into the market, okay? And on the right side, and help you answer that question, long, short, or out. Mark says, you're already doing that, Tom. I know, but we got some new people, Mark. We got to bring them along. They don't believe what we put together. You do after coming in there. And Jim says, making money, making money, making money. What does it take for people to understand? This is the real stuff. Joe says, far exceeded my individual goals. I know that's a bold promise, but I base it on the mistakes I made and obstacles I overcome to come up with this. If I'd have had this, my name would be here tonight. It was so good. Comes down to a couple simple steps. You have to think. Everybody write this down on a piece of paper. Before you trade, you must have a direction, whether to buy, whether to sell, or whether to stay out. You got to have that down, and it's got to be repeatable. Now, which instrument to buy or sell? I told you if you don't know what instrument to buy, if it's a long, buy TQQ. If it's a short, buy SQQ. I simplified that even for you, okay? Don says a 20% gain every couple of days starts adding up. That starts becoming real money, doesn't it, Don? Most important question any trader can answer. I can carry you can be in front of a lot of people, but you have to get them to give you their process to come up with their conclusion. When people start talking around the subject of long, short, or out, they don't have a clue, okay? Waiting for some cross move average or that. I'm telling you, what I have is very special, and you ought to have it on your computer before you trade again. Write that one down. Today, I'll show you this secret weapon allows me to make that decision. You saw it today in real time. I'll be doing it in real time tomorrow at 11. Again, 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be doing it in real time. I'll show you how to leverage that decision by trading the right instrument. That's where you bring in options and other instruments. You know, over 75% of all stocks followed S&P. Tonight, what did I ask Chuck? Chuck, where was the mini when the Fed announced? He said 56.27. Trading 56.47 now. Connect those dots, it's headed higher. Puts odds heavily in your favor by following the E-mini. Now, the method of doing this, you will have good answers throughout the 24-hour market, but the key time is at 10:05. It's called the opening bell breakout strategy. By the end of this workshop, you have an edge over 95% of traders by knowing how to answer that question, long, short, or out. How would you, let me just ask this. If you had this indicator and you compared it, okay, if you compared this against somebody you were listening to, how would you like
to be able to beat what they could tell you every time, you will if you use this indicator that I put together. That's a bold statement. For those who don't know me, I'm Tom Busby, former Air Force officer, been an active trader since the 70s. That's the last 70s, not this 70s. Former member of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Have 3 great books, Winning the Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. And I work with over a lot more than that. That's an old slide. I probably work with over 100, 200,000 students over the years. I built that school in Mobile. Right there is on 1555 University Place. Interesting number. DTI, Teaching the Art of Trading. When I built that school, they said, that's not going to last. That was in 2001 when we moved into that building. Chuck was there with me. That classroom was something special. It was theater type seating down into the pit at the bottom. It was really quite remarkable. Dex said he was there in 2014. Nice place, right, Dex? Do we feed you the ribs? Everything we do revolves around answering that question, long, short, or out. Got to get that question right if you're going to make money. Let me give you 5 insights to help you answer the question on a daily basis. You ought to write these down. Number 1, you got to know the pivot number. That's the key to being long, short, or out. Now, for example, I post that pivot number. I give it away for free every day, but I also post it in my TNT room. Insight number 1, you got to know the pivot number. Post it in the morning, about 5 o'clock, my pivot number. I have specially measured buy zones and sell zones on every instrument out there. I have software that gives me those numbers. That's insight number 2. It's called the Roadmap software, right inside it. I'm able to find out where to place the bet. In other words, should I buy the SPY? Should I buy NVIDIA? Should I buy AMD? I have what's known as the horse race inside the roadmap to figure that out. I let the market tell me. No bias. Let the market tell me. Insight number 4. I use options to leverage my profit potential. And you can use them to mitigate losses when they're used correctly. That's insight number 4. That's known as our pocket puts side of it. We make our decision first by finding trigger, meaning this is where we're going to get in or to take action point. We have a plan for where we're wrong on every trade we do, and we have a target on what we're looking for. 3 key ingredients to having that trading process that you can follow. Now, think about that. Think how much better off you would be if you did what I just showed you. You ought to write it down, memorize it, and follow it. It works, folks. It works. Using these insights will help you make the right decision. And that's what I owe most of the success I've had by following that pattern. I learned that process the hard way. No one taught it to me, except I say from the School of Hard Knocks. I had a lot of hard knocks learning that process and the steps to take. This was the day back in October 19th, 1987. Years and years ago. My hair was not this color. I had to disclose that. I was a lot younger back in those days. But on that day, stocks fell 580 points. It was a drop of 22.6%. If that happened today, think about how far the Dow would have to fall for that same thing to happen today versus the numbers we play with today. October 19th, 1987. I came back. I had the debate coming back, but I rebuilt it, learning and thinking about what I did wrong. And that what I did wrong was think, should I be long? Should I be short? Or should I be out of the market? Figuring out the answer to that simple question, commit to it, helped me drive out the fear. I had a lot of fear after that time, no confidence, no fear. Then I became a person of optimism and action. I follow my plan. Discipline. Being disciplined is a very key thing you have to do. You have to follow this process. Sometimes it gets boring, it seems like, doing the same thing over and over again, but it works. There's a lot of fear out there right now, isn't it? Every article you go read, you'll never touch another stock the rest of your life. Listen to all this Wall Street BS that you read. A lot of fear. Guarantee you, those people that wrote that article didn't get those trades we made today. They were too busy thinking they were really smug, telling everybody to stay out. A lot of fear. Types of fear. Lack of knowledge. You got to educate yourself. Outside influence. Listen to TV for 10 minutes. I leave TV on, but the sound's off. I like to watch the tape. Technology. You got to have the best tools. If anybody tells you you do not need the best tools, they're kidding you. You got to have the tools to do this job correctly. You got to have the right trading platform. You got to have the right indicators. You got to have the right combination of computers to make it happen. But if you can't get the question and the answer to long, short, or out, you're going to lose money. No matter how good a tool, no matter how good a computer, no matter who you listen to. The DTI method answers that question every day, around the clock, not only for the day, but for the week and for the month. The DTI method consists of time of day, time of week, time of month. Key numbers. Numbers are how you trade, not off a chart, but numbers. Indicators, leading the roadmap software. Built and manufactured. Now understanding time. Right now, here's the way you understand time. We're in Asia. The two markets you focus on in Asia are the Japanese market and the Hang Seng markets. Never changed over the years. You can go to Bloomberg and see what they're doing. I do it some nights. I'll leave Bloomberg up there with the sound off to see what these markets doing. When I wake up in the morning, I'll go to Bloomberg and watch what the French market's doing, or the CAC, the FTSE, the English, the Swiss, or the German market, the DAX, those four markets in Europe. And then we roll into the day market. That starts at 9:30 when our cash opens and goes to about 1:30. And then we shift to California, I call it, 1:30 to 5. The concept of reference bars lays it out for you. Read those white papers, put it together with this chart, and you'll see exactly how to think about the world, no matter where you live. Now, these times right here are Central Time. You can change it to whatever time you're into. but this is what it looks like, okay, around that 24 hours. Time also includes the year. Different years have different markets. The year before a president's elected, the year after a president's elected, the 10-year cycle. A lot of different things come into play with the year. The month. All right, let me give you, I'm going to give you something I don't hardly ever talk about anymore, but I'm going to talk about it tonight where you'll know. How many months are there in a year? Somebody tell me, answer that question. How many months are there in a year? 12, right? Are all months equal? No. Here's the secret to the months. January, number 1 month. The number 4 month, April. The number 7 month, July. And the 10th month, October. So January, April, July, and October are your, if you remember math, prime numbers. Those are the months that set the tone. Write that down as you go through the year. Those are the months that will set the trend. January, April, July, and October. Now, key numbers are divided into pivot numbers. Up here where we're going to sell, down here where the market should stop falling. Below that, probably wrong. The art of framing. Inside our software, I've made it easy for you. It frames it for you and gives you the frame. In other words, the playing field of the ticker you're looking at, where you can measure that out of that 24-hour market and know exactly where you are. The art of framing. Leading indicators. I always use the futures market, futures first. I will look at futures like today to go trade a SPY option. E-mini went up, we went long a call option. The future market will always trade and give you the correct information. The futures is always first. Then you got to know what the average movement is for any ticker you're trading. Most platforms will give that to you. At DTI, we have a special ATR inside our roadmap. You ought to look at ours. When you combine those elements, then you are driven to a conclusion, like I was tonight, to tell people, hey, you ought to go long to Micro E-mini. Hey, you ought to buy AMD, because they were identified as longs. Answering that question gives you an action plan to kick off tomorrow, which is what we did. Removes the fear. I told people where I was wrong. I told people where my targets were. Nothing else to do but make the trade. Create optimism. You get real happy when you see that those dollars added to your account. That's what you read in the book it was supposed to happen, right? And that allows you to write your own ticket. How light you want to trade or how heavy you want to trade. You decide that. Now, all these insights and each step of the DTI method is something incredibly simple. Long, short, or out. The roadmap makes it simple. Let me show you how this works in real life. Roadmap simplifies the DTI method with simple long, short, or out parameters. That's why my new secret weapon. You do not leave here tonight unless you take it with you. If you don't take it with you, then I'm just talking into the wind. I can't help it. You got to listen. Ask Tamara. She's been with me for 15 years. She doesn't miss an opportunity when she can make it to make one of my webinars. Or ask Peter. Been with me for 15 years. These people know that if they want to learn and stay current, they stay involved. Here's the RB Trader. We took a picture of this. It's very simple to read. If you were looking at that in the morning with the E-mini saying long, you could go buy the SPY options and make money. With the NASDAQ saying long, that NQ saying long, everybody see that? You could go buy the QQQ and make money. Or with the Dow saying long, you could go buy the Diamond and make money. With the crude market saying long, you could go buy USO or XLE. AMD, look at it, saying long. You go buy the stock or buy the options on the stock. NVIDIA, saying long, you could go buy NVIDIA options or NVIDIA stock. Is that simple? And if you don't know what to do with everything saying long, go buy the TQQ. It said buy it too. Does everybody understand the simple concept of long, short, or out? I don't want to leave this page unless I get a yes from everybody here. Give me a yes for everybody here, because this here is the secret to making money. Getting on the right side of the trend. Dave, tomorrow, just trade the TQQ and SQQ and make some money. That simplifies it for you, Dave. Don't get fancy, just make some money. This is the indicator. It's live, it's moving. I got it moving over here. I can tell you tonight, everything looks fairly good. Fairly good. Best way to do it is using DTI roadmap. I wouldn't trade without the roadmap, and anybody worth their salt in trading would tell you the same thing. Now, we're opening it up tonight. I don't do this often. We bring out the full package. Tonight's your chance to get it. If you understand how to use it, you find virtually every opportunity that I find. People tell me constantly, I wish I could see the markets the way you see them. That's why I put together the secret weapon, because I always stay in line with my secret weapon on how I'm trading. If I ask people, how's my market timing, they're going to tell you it's somewhere close to 10. And the reason they are is because I'm using my secret weapon. Roadmap is how you see the markets the way I do. First thing you'll learn is 4 patterns. There's the buy signal right there. Does everybody see the penetration bar into the compass and the bar right after that confirming? That's simple. Hopefully we'll see that tomorrow morning. There's a buy failure where it goes into the buy area and doesn't confirm. It usually goes to the target on the other side. You have to learn that. There's 4 simple patterns. The sell signal, where it goes into a sell, confirms, and goes to the target. That's where you buy the SQQQ, because it goes up opposite the sell. Sell failures are great trade in the bull market, where it tries to go lower, can't confirm, reverses, goes to the target, to the upside. But that's just step 1. Here's the best part. We built a complete program around the roadmap so we can hold your hand and show you how to take advantage of it. It's called the Roadmap Trader Package. Oh, this is an important book. You get the complete roadmap software. I don't trade without it. You're going to get the Roadmap Trader course. We've got a whole course identified. You're going to get one of my favorite modules. I call it the 67% module. That's what I just showed you. The 4 patterns is inside there, little insights you need to know. Trade management, how to manage those trades when you're making, sort of set up an autopilot type approach where you don't have to watch the charts all day. Rapid results, quick start. It's a quick start guide to get it downloaded. Shows you how to get it set up, and have it start working immediately. Access to complete training suite. We got a whole bunch of great classes inside there. And then, of course, this should be my most expensive product with everything that's included. In fact, I used to sell it for $3,000. Never have anybody balk once they saw the value of it. I cut the price way down to expand the use, and now it's at a quite discount still to the base price of $3,000. Our support team, there's Jonathan. He does training in Roadmap all the time. There it is right there, everything that's included. The technical support we give you if you need any help, no extra charge, worth a lot of money to me. I won't trade without it. It's got better and better every year. That's what we're going to do today. You can access the complete package right now until I change my mind for $997. $997, you get all this, plus you get the secret weapon ready to go. Get it. If you don't have it, go through those classes. Be there tomorrow at 11 and we'll help you pay for it. How do you like that? That'll be our goal. You get powerful features of the Roadmap like the ETR page. This is the tape reading. And I tell people I'm a tape reader. Over here, I'm watching the tape and I can see what's going on while I'm talking to you at a glance. And this is one of our oldest features inside the Roadmap. I can remember a time when I first built the Roadmap, I was down in Costa Rica and Chuck was faxing me. Fax, that's right. Y'all remember faxes? He was faxing me a picture of the ETR page where I could stay in tune with what was happening in the market in that hotel. It's that good. Compass charts, Roadmap trade tracker. That gives you a longer term view right there. It sets up all the key numbers you need. The predictor, if you want to know where these prices are going, we got that inside the Roadmap. It does a calculation, what the floor tells you they're going to. ETR, electronic tape reader. My commitment to you, I've been in this game a long time. I lost, made fortunes along the way. We're in this together. You will get it if you listen to me tonight, get in the Roadmap, be there at 11 tomorrow. We'll start our journey like I've done so many times in the past, taking you through the tools that will make you money, how to use it. We're going to limit it to 30. Don't procrastinate with this big crowd. In other words, start buying it now if you want one. Don't hesitate. This deal is good for the 30 that take it. $997. Sign up at dtitrader.com/roadmap or call 904-706-3532. Folks, I laid it out there for you. Anybody got any questions? Now, here's how we're going to pay for it. Get signed up. We'll start tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I will do a lot of classes with this new bunch of people over the next month of May to make sure at the end of the month, my goal will be that everybody says, Tom, I got a scholarship off what I learned. That will make me so happy. Okay? That's our goal. Get on board, be there at 11 tomorrow. Let's make it happen together. 3 tools: Roadmap, MTI, and TNT. Steve says, can I join the trading if I already have the Roadmap? Steve, when's you have a VIP or is your subscription about up? That's the question. You got to have at least a year to compete. If you're a current subscriber, make sure you got at least a year and you'll be invited. That's the way we do it. VIP, you automatically included. All right, what do you think? Wasn't it a great presentation? Didn't you learn something? And aren't you going to be part of this? That's what you got to say to yourself. No time like the present. No time like the present. The thing I would do is get that table, roadmap indicator set up, roadmap trader set up, get it set up tonight and put the tickers that you care about in there, okay? And that way you'll get it attracted, okay? Mike says, count me in, I'll be there. Perfect. These slots are gonna go. I don't offer the roadmap much anymore. The additional VIP, Marge, talk to Kelly Barber. They'll figure it. Barber at DTI Trader or Andrak at DTI Trader. They'll help you. Okay. If you're a VIP, when we get started or tomorrow, we'll get your current unit upgraded if you need it. You're lucky you got VIP. Jonathan, you need the Astro here got it in January. He didn't know about all the courses inside that. So make sure you tell people when you have your class in the evenings, okay? Jennifer says, I bought it for life. That's what Sue, VIP means it's a lifetime subscription. Everybody's saying they're buying the VIP. Yeah, you ought to, because I ought to pull that down. Until I came over about 5 years ago, I only had 5. I wouldn't let people have it, but now I guess you can buy it. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, 11 o'clock Eastern time, I'm gonna go live with the roadmap. Folks, this is so good, you gotta get it. You can't be without it. You know, back in the day, you'd have to find your own data to drive it. Now we got that connection with Schwab, it works great. Yeah, I'll record it also. Anthony, I don't get what you're saying. I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope everybody has a good night. Adam, do you know what the cost of lifetime is? They're asking, I don't know. There's like a lot of them just want to get the lifetime. Yeah, oh, that's the other thing we're going to do. We're going to create a roadmap Telegram channel too. Is that $24.97 added to the 1,000, Adam? So it's $34.97, or is it $24.97 for everything? I guess you buy it tonight, you get the deal. I got it. Okay. Robin says she bought lifetime. It was a no-brainer. Yeah, because I think that we're gonna raise the price of this. I'm tired of selling it for $9.97. It's just too good. I think we're gonna go to a new price for the year. You know, with the classes and everything we do real time, it's worth a lot more than that. So I think we're gonna raise the price after this 30. So we're gonna end up with Telegram for both Roadmap and DTI by MTI. Okay, you've been warned. Price of the roadmap is going to be changed after these 30 go. Okay? And by a lifetime, you insulate yourself against that. Don't trade without it. All right, Jim, one of our successful students, says recipe for successful trading. DTI training plus TNT, that's my T-Buzz Talk and Trade, Roadmap software, and MTI. If you knew what he made this week using those tools, you'd say that's a no-brainer. That's not overusing the term. Folks, I hope this helped tonight. We're going to make some money tomorrow. That's my goal. I hope you're a part of it. 11 o'clock, set your watch. And as we say in the business, long, short, or out. Yeah, Carolyn, you can do that. Carolyn asked, can she buy the 1 year tonight and upgrade? Yeah, if you upgrade within 60 days, I'm cool. Sue says I'm in. Y'all don't hear that sound in the background, do you? Gonna be a good night. All right, well, thank you. And Adam did this presentation all by himself. Just give him a hand. I think he had a good presentation. I think he did a good job. Well done, Adam. Thank you. You got to start doing more of my presentations, Adam. You got a little flair after all these years. How many years you work with me, Adam?
It'll be 20 in February, T-Buzz.
20 years. Goodness gracious.
Well,
That's a lot of years, Adam. Adam did it. All I did is just went through the slides. I hope you join tonight. I hope you get one of the 30 he's offering. That price has got to change, so it's just too inexpensive for everything that we do. Especially if I'm gonna throw some live webinars in with it, like I'm gonna do. All right, y'all have a good night. Let's go make some money together. It starts in the morning at 5 o'clock for me. In TNT, look for my postings. I told you in TNT, I put a trade out there. In Futures First, I put a trade.
A few peanuts a day keep the love handles away?